Hi, I'm Onur. So here are some of the trends that I expect we'll talk about in the next year in the scope of IT infrastructure and applications in Middle East and Africa. First of all, with all that's happening around us in the world today, I'm sure you're all wishing for a much better year in 2021. What we know that will not change is that the pandemic will impact our businesses and our teams. While some industries like retail, entertainment, airlines will look into business recovery, others like telco, financial services, and healthcare will further invest in their business growth and in digital transformation. All in all, I expect that infrastructure as a service offerings will continue leading to cloud adoption and the growth in the region. So let's get to our 5 trends now and let's talk about it. First, I want to talk about better and faster experiences, and I want to start with employee productivity. COVID-19 has proven us all that we can work remotely anywhere and still deliver business success. According to a LinkedIn survey that was done with 500 sales professionals, 80% have already shifted to virtual selling due to COVID-19, and more interestingly, 57% says that the virtual selling model is much better. We should expect that the remote work is here to stay regardless of what happens with the pandemic. IT teams are required to support remote employees' productivity while ensuring the security as well. Solutions like Windows Virtual Desktop on Azure has been spiking on use across Middle East and Africa. Beyond the traditional business, many developer houses and digital agencies have also adopted WVD in order to ensure compliance and security of their intellectual property. Beyond commercial organizations, the use of remote education technology is also on the rise in our region, supported by government projects. We work with the Ministry of Education with our cloud-native platforms to run new generation learning solutions. We also support them with our Azure Lab services and obviously with Microsoft Teams. Second, let's talk about customer experiences. Customers are also seeking faster experiences. With the surge of mobile and multiple offerings, our average attention span has dropped to 8 seconds. How many seconds will you wait for an airline ticketing page to load before you get to the next page? I expect investments will go to how to make those applications and experiences last and keep customers engaged at speed enabled by the LiveOps approach. So what is LiveOps? LiveOps is a design process for continual engagement with customers where the end-to-end customer journey is the focus. It's an approach to join DevOps with CRM. I also expect the need for speed will urge organizations to rethink of their applications to be modernized first with containers in order to go to market fast and gain time, but further with cloud-native applications that are built on microservice models. And obviously, this can only be enabled with orgs that support developer velocity. Developer velocity enables the organization to experiment and iterate faster, collect data in real time, and create the foundation for the next step, which is LiveOps. Third, let's talk about hybrid and the edge. The surge of cloud migration post-pandemic has been massive in the region. The need for scale and to support remote work, many organizations have unnaturally accelerated their digital transformation. This also happened even in highly regulated industries and countries. However, make no mistake, while the cloud migration is massive, we also see more regulations coming up that demands data residency and data sovereignty. With the adoption of the cloud in financial industries, I also see concerns coming up on the concentration risk. Organizations will need to be ready to be compliant. You also know that despite the investments in networking in the region, latency is a fact, and there is always a need on faster compute on the edge. With 5G adoption growing, we can see faster connectivity on the edge to break the barriers of the Wi-Fi. So the real question is, what is your hybrid strategy for your organization? Of course, at Microsoft, we've worked with many organizations to bring the innovation where you want or where you need it to be. It can be on-premises servers, it can be on our cloud and Azure, or it can be on other clouds, or also on Intelligent Edge. The consistency of identity, security, DevOps practices, and the single source of truth of data across all these mediums should be the criteria to implement the right hybrid infrastructure. Next, let's talk about insights and artificial intelligence. The pace of data growth is only increasing. IDC estimates that by 2025, the world's data will grow to 175 zettabytes. The challenge organizations face is not just how to deal with this volume, it's also finding meaning and the value leveraging that data. But there's a challenge. The systems that generate data or ingest data, they also trap that data. So what I expect is that we will see many organizations will look into solutions that will break down those data silos and drive insights from multiple data lakes. Given the immense amount of data flowing around, I expect that data governance and catalog solutions will also be on the rise. Finally, in this space, I also see a huge trend of democratization of AI. While the AI solution development were in the hands of data scientists until now, with the recent solutions like AutoML, more and more developers will have access to the solutions that are AI-based without being a data scientist. This will also enable bringing rapid AI-led solutions and innovation to existing applications. While adopting AI at speed, we will also think about whether our AI is ethical. AI principles such as fairness, reliability, privacy needs to be top of mind for the organizational leaders. Last but not least, let's talk about security. And we'll absolutely continue talking about security in 2021. Whatever I share so far, be it the remote work demand, the hybrid and the edge solutions, or the new customer experiences, they all demand for better security measures. Our region has always been particularly more conscious on ensuring security and privacy, and all these trends will further elevate the focus on security solutions. On app development, I expect more developer houses to adopt DevSecOps practices from the start to ensure security culture is built in their DevOps process. And make no mistake, the ransomware is here to stay in 2021. Are you ready? Okay, what else is top of your mind? Do you think blockchain will revive again? Are you investing in hyperautomation? Most importantly, do you have the agility in your IT infrastructure to handle a sudden change in the world? Let me know in your comments. Thanks for listening today, and have a glamorous and a healthy year. Thank you.